Hey, what's good, everybody? You're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. With me, your hero, Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, is my co-host, Rebellious D.
Hey, everybody.
Good,
hey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you.
Hey, it's good seeing you, too. And, hey, you know what today is? It's Tuesday, and we are doing our review for Black Lightning. This is episode 6, The Book of Ruin, Chapter 2, Theseus' Ship. And before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell button so that way you're always notified whenever we have new content up on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And also, too, before we get into today's review, I just want to give a shout out to Jess and King. Jess, I just want to say thank you for always hopping in the comment section and talking with me about every episode of Black Lightning. You love it just as much as we do. And, maybe we might bring you on for one of the reviews because you're interested in it just as much as we are. So if you're watching this, hit me up. You know where to find me at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter or Instagram. So let's set something up. So D, you ready to go ahead and get into today's review?
Let's do it. Lead us off, big guy.
All right, so episode starts and everybody's confused. Who the hell is this? This is not Jennifer. Who is this girl? They pulled Aunt Viv on us. And it is Jennifer, but it isn't Jennifer, but it is Jennifer. That's and right. She finally sees who she is when TC pulls up a phone. He has a mirror on his phone, which is weird because it's just like when I was watching the episode, I was just like, so he just carries a mirror on him and then it's his phone. And
are you sure he didn't just reverse the camera?
Who knows? I mean, he could have. I don't know. Well, I don't know because it's like he's good with technology, but it's like he can't just create something. He's no alchemist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all I can say is he's a real front desk guy, and you know what I'm talking about.
Banks. Hey,
that's a real one. All right, TC is a pretty cool character. I like his addition to the show.
Also, he's like cool, more than Chester.
Who's Chester?
From The Flash.
Yeah, I know. Of course, TC's great, man.
No, I agree that. Hey, if you're watching The Flash, check out our Flash review on episode 1 of season 7. Unfortunately, we're not doing any more reviews because while we do love The Flash, it's just
the story kind of falls off.
Thank you, D. I was trying to
nice way to say it.
I was trying to look up a nice way to say it because if Trav was here, he would say something.
Oh, you already know what the trash man would say.
The trash man. But yeah, so Jen, she sees what she looks like now. She's upset. And Grace is the one who calms her down and lets her know that it's just like, I can shapeshift. So I totally understand why you feel this way and everything like that. And everybody's still confused. Like they don't think that it's her. Grace, she can smell and sniff that it is Jennifer because of her the animal DNA that she had inside of her. And they run all of these tests and whatnot. And Jefferson, he's just not accepting it. He's just like, this isn't my daughter. Like, how are we supposed to handle this? Like, how does she go to school? How does she be around other people and whatnot? It's like, we can't do this. So D, like, what was your reaction to the new Jennifer?
I was curious to see how they were going to bring it in as a show in general. And I actually think after watching the episode that overall they did a great job of adapting a new actress to the role, and explaining it and everything. So kudos to them.
Yeah, bro, I totally agree with you on that. I'll say that when I was watching the episode, when it got to the part where Jen and Anissa were hanging out and the chemistry that they had, it was, like you said, kudos to the actress because, it came off like, like they had been working together for the last 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So kudos to her because I was a little worried about where the show was going to go because it is a new actress and if it was going to mesh well because, we talked about this on last week's review where it's like with Aunt Viv, for example, when you had the OG Aunt Viv and you had the new Aunt Viv and it's like, the actors and the actresses, it's like they meshed well, but it was just one of those things where it wasn't the same dynamic. And I'll say that with the actress that's playing Jennifer now, it still feels like it's the same Jennifer that we had before.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
totally. She actually
just
sounds a lot like her too.
Exactly.
I thought it was interesting. The voice doesn't really change, just the visual. But she did do a good job adapting to the role and picking up, where the last actress left off.
Yeah, man, I completely agree with you on that, man. And we see that Tobias, he is now running for mayor of the city of Freeland. Yep. After what happened to Mayor Black, and of course, Tobias, he orchestrated the entire thing to go down and whatnot. Tobias, he's supporting what's going on with the DEGs, with the company that is creating them, the one where Gambi's love interest Laura, where she works at.
Yep.
And it's just like, just watching this, it just reminds me of Superman so much when Lex was running for president.
Very similar. And I won't even just stop there. Wilson Fisk, he runs for mayor or whatnot. Yep. So it's something that's utilized all over the place, and it's just the smart villain trying to find another way to get to the top, and then once he gets there, he can abuse and use the power however he wants. So it's a typical, but I like it. It fits Tobias very well.
No, for sure. It really does, man. And just seeing Tobias, how he's playing everybody, because this is Tobias like he's been like this ever since season 1. And he has these people believing that he really wants what's best for Freeland, where we know that Tobias, he just wants to control everything.
Correct.
And he wants to run Freeland with an iron fist. Like, this is, he was already running it before with underground, you know what I'm saying? And now, like, to have all of this power and to be unstoppable and not have anybody do anything to you, like that's his end game. And I love how they're setting it up with this season, because it's like, when you think about it, it's just like, we have Tobias, we have Lala, and we have Destiny. And while we do have Lala and Destiny, I feel like that they're minor compared to
no question
Tobias is trying to do. So
because he's not even, if you notice it, he's not even paying them any mind right now. They're just doing their little turf wars. Tobias is he's looking at the big picture.
Exactly.
Very neat.
And then we have Gambi, who he lets Laura know that they need plutonium to, pretty much improve the DEG, so that way it won't kill normal people and metahumans. And Gambi, he ends up bringing her, what it's not Sudoku, is it Chinese checkers?
No, it's something called Go. That's what they were.
Now, remember that anime? What was it called? Hikaru no Go? Was that the anime?
I'm not sure, but no, that's not.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but Shikamaru and his dad played another game. I thought that's called Shogi or something like that.
Something like that. And then
but that's not the same thing, because these are like marbles. Or
I thought it was like Chinese checkers or something.
No, that's not Chinese checkers.
Okay.
Don't get a shot at in the comments. That's definitely not Chinese checkers.
I apologize if I got it wrong, man.
But, we'll find out and get to the bottom of it.
But remember, in the episode, like, Gambi pretty much just says, it's like, this is how you beat me. And
I remembered it.
And it's like, the thing is, man, I feel like that this is going to not backfire for Gambi, but when Laura finds out that Gambi has been working her the entire time, like, it's gonna blow up in his face.
He has just been stacking and stacking. And, like, dang, Gambi's he's a smooth operator. Yes, sir.
It's like it's just how slick he is. It's like she was looking at it, and then we see that back at the Gambi cave. It's like
it's getting her signature from her eye.
Yes,
man. Jesus, Gambi, what do you need?
Yeah, exactly, man. It was just crazy, man. And then we have Jen and Lynn, who are at Lynn's facility and whatnot. And Lynn is still running tests on Jen just to, make sure that it's her. And while she's doing this, Val Seong, she shows up, and as you know, that she's Tobias's right-hand woman. And she has ASL. And when Lynn runs the test on her, before she runs the test on her, she asks, who's this girl? And like Jen, she says that I'm JJ and I'm her niece. And as soon as she said JJ, like, automatically it hit me. I'm thinking about Good Times, James. James Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
It's funny because they had the reference earlier in the episode too to JJ.
Yeah, later on.
Which was pretty funny.
And that's the thing that I love about TC and Jen's relationship, man, because it's like, he was just like, yeah, your name's JJ now, like JJ from Good Times, and Jen doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yep.
And I love, because I want to say in the episode 2 weeks ago, episode 4, when he made the reference to what she made the reference to Fight Club, and then he made the reference to a Punch Out, and it's like,
yes,
neither one of them knew what they were talking about. So
disconnect.
Yeah, so I love the friendship that they have between each other. And TC, I mean, as we can see, like, he cares about her more than just a friend. So hopefully we see like where that goes, if it is explored, because again, this is the final season. So
yeah,
we don't know if if she shares those same feelings for him, but he does help motivate her. He pushes her. Just going into the whole thing where we was talking about with the Good Times references and whatnot, he came over to her house because Lynn pretty much doesn't want Lynn or Jefferson. They don't want her using her powers. They don't want her fighting at all. And he's just like, no, you need to be out there in the streets, because it's just like, let me show you something. And he shows her all of these videos of people, saying like how lightning has helped them and making them stronger people, and how
the lightning Vine videos.
Yeah. And like how like last season with the war with the Wachovians and whatnot, how lightning had saved the one chick's now husband, what I'm saying? So lightning, she is a positive influence on the community and whatnot, and she is somebody that needs to be there.
Exactly.
I just love like what's going on in this episode and everything. I know we also have when Anissa and Jen are hanging out and whatnot, and all of the references that we had there where Jen, she was just like, why do you have me watching stuff where it has something to do with body changing or body doubles and stuff. And then they were talking about Freaky Friday and whatnot, and Anissa reveals to Jen that her and Grace are married now, and Jen, she's just like, well, why didn't you tell me? And she was just like, well, it kind of just happened. And Jen's just like, well, did you tell mom and dad? And this is just like, I haven't told anybody. And Jen, she's just like, well, if y'all are married now, like, y'all have to go on a honeymoon. Like, you need to show her the spacesuit. It's like, y'all need to do it up. Y'all are married. And I'm glad that they had that conversation, because it's just been rocky between Grace and Anissa. And it's just like, I was just like, well, dang, when's she gonna get her stuff out of storage? Like, is the stuff in the house now or what?
I mean, I do want to piggyback off what you're saying. I just want to say that now that it's all coming together, I was a little antsy episode 1 through 3, I'd say, seeing where they were going to go with Anissa's situation and with Grace coming out of a coma and stuff. But now with the addition of changing actresses and they just smoothed the whole thing over so well.
Yeah.
And both of them are just coming together, and I like that a lot. And being able, like you said, this is the final season, and them just being able to resolve so many issues and kind of move forward, it shows a testament to, their cast. What I'm saying? Like, they're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that, bro. Because it's like, I know that since the show has been going on, we thought like, well, when is Jefferson going to become Black Lightning again?
Yep, there was that too.
I was thinking he was going to become Black Lightning, episode 6, but he becomes Black Lightning in episode 4. You know what I'm saying? So, oh no! What? It was episode 5. I'm sorry.
Was it 5?
Yeah, it was last week's episode. He becomes Black Lightning.
Yeah, because he puts it back on to go get her.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so you I love what you just said about like them just resolving stuff, so that way that the story can just continue to move forward.
Yeah, because you got to think they're in crunch time, and they were able to smooth it out and kind of combine and condense everything all in episode 6. And now, moving forward, I guess they're gonna go towards the Tobias and the turf wars and stuff now, because they kind of like got rid of that situation.
Yeah, and like you said, with the whole stuff with the turf wars, we have Destiny who's talking with her group, and while she's talking with them, they're ambushed by Lala. He shows up with his gang and whatnot, and they take her group out. I'm surprised that they actually showed them get gunned down. What I'm saying? Like, I was surprised by that. And then Lala, he's about to kill Destiny, and then all of a sudden you just see like this ninja just comes from out of the sky.
That's right.
Like, I was at the gym on the elliptical, and like, I busted out laughing because I was just like, Yo, this is funny as hell. It was Michael. If you don't know who Michael is, all of our viewers, look him up. He's crazy.
Hashtag Michael Blake.
Yeah. Hashtag Michael Blake. He is the enemy of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. So anyway, he comes down, and he's kind of like Snake Eyes too from G.I. Joe. And it's like, bro, it's like he's just sitting there. He got the two swords and everything. Him and Lala are going at it, and Lala's just like, you can't kill me. And he's just like, I can't kill you, but I can make you suffer. And when he pushed Lala into the cement, I was just like, no, like don't tell me that he's gonna turn him into stone.
They Han Soloed,
bro. But it's funny because when they show it at the end of the episode, like the way that Lala, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it on the TV screen, but it's just like Lala, like they Han Solo, my man. And it's
ghetto Han Solo.
Yes, it's a ghetto Han Solo. It's like it don't even look as crisp as
no. They just left him there.
They just left him there. But I mean, but Destiny, she does have him at the headquarters that they're at and whatnot as a trophy. But bro, we already know that Lala is gonna break out of it somehow.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, Banks.
Go ahead.
Like, do you think he's gonna get? You think he's gonna get released, or you think Black Lightning is gonna come in there and help a brother out?
Man, bro, I just think.
Or you think it's gonna be one of those situations where it slowly cracks, and then all of a sudden
it's gonna slowly crack, or something's gonna happen, man. It's just it's just gonna be one of those moments, man. And
I was like, wow, they're really doing this.
Yeah, but I mean, it was funny. It was funny. Like I died laughing at the jump. I'm on the elliptical, and it takes a lot for me because it's like I try to concentrate when I'm up there, but for me to bust out laughing not once but twice in the same episode, like Black Lightning, the writers at Black Lightning, y'all did a phenomenal job because it's like y'all made me laugh 2 times at the gym today.
That's right.
But you know, speaking of Black Lightning, he ends up meeting up with Detective Shakur, and pretty much they talk about how Mayor Billy Black was killed and how he wasn't shot. Oh, but I'm sorry, before I even say that, I want to rewind it a little bit. Gambi and Jefferson, they talk about it, and like they're just like, okay, it was a sniper that killed him. Because remember, we talked about this where we was just like when Anissa had pushed Mayor Black on the ground, he was in the same position that he was when she pushed him down on the ground. So they already assumed that it was foul play. We assumed it was foul play, and we see that it was. It was Red who ended up killing Mayor Black, and Detective Shakur, he shows him, because like Black Lightning, he's holding the piece of metal, and then when he lets it go, the bullet, he lets it go, and then it just connects to
because it was never fired out of the it was still in the casing.
Exactly.
So it was just thrown essentially. And I know they made a note of it that it was Gambi tells him that it was twice as far as the longest sniper shot, which I think he said it was like 4 miles, which is insane.
Yeah. So like that just shows his power. You know what it reminds me of? Remember sorry, I had something on my tongue. Remember in Yu Yu Hakusho, the chapter Black Saga, the one guy where he had the dice and like they called him Sniper. That's what it reminds me of.
Good call.
Hey, bro. Hey, anybody that's ever watching our interviews or reviews, you're gonna be filled with anime references because like we're all huge nerds.
That's what we're here to do.
That's what we're here to do. Is we're gonna we didn't already mention Star Wars. We didn't mention Michael.
All things nerd culture.
All things nerd culture. That's right, Daddy. But yeah, so Detective Shakur, he's just like, hey, you know, I'm glad that you're back. Freeland needs you. It's like we're glad that Black Lightning is back. You know, it's good seeing Jefferson in the suit again. It's good seeing that he wants to, you know, help Freeland again, because Freeland, it's like they desperately need Jefferson. Also, too, Jefferson, he finds out that Anissa is married now. Anissa, she informs him. You know, I really thought he was going to blow up, but you know, he didn't. So I mean, you know, that just goes to show like their relationship as time has gone on with the series, and kind of like what you were saying earlier, D, about them just just moving ahead with a lot of stuff, so that way it doesn't last throughout the entire season. And then also too,
exactly,
Jefferson and Lynn, they get into it because Lynn, she finds out that Val, that she had metagenes inside of her, and Jefferson, he thinks that Lynn is the reason why she has it inside of her, because when Lynn was working with the metas and all of that stuff, and they kind of get into an argument. Well, not kind of, they do get into an argument. Yeah, they
definitely get into an argument because
Lynn, she's been doing a really good job on not
shooting up.
Yeah, and then Jefferson's just like, well, you should do this so that way we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, we can figure out what her powers are and this and that. And she's like, you would rather me shoot up to get closer to Tobias, basically. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah. And she's like, you must be crazy. Get out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was like, wow. I was just like, is he thinking? But I mean, that's a double header because he has a point and she definitely has a point,
Exactly.
Just being against like having her addiction and stuff. It was just kind of strange.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And then, moving along towards the end of the episode, Jefferson ends up, well, not Jefferson, I'm sorry, Black Lightning. That's the one thing when it comes to these superheroes. It's like sometimes it's either Jefferson, Black Lightning. I do the same thing with anime. Sometimes I call him Deku. Sometimes I call him Midoriya. It's hard when it comes to this superhero stuff. But yeah, like I said, moving along towards the end of the episode, TC, he comes over and him and Jen, they have that moment and whatnot. And he suggests that she goes out on the streets to help Black Lightning. Black Lightning is told by Detective Shakur that Chief Lopez, that she has now issued a no-knock warrant. And pretty much she, like the cops, they can just, enter people's houses and whatnot, and they don't have to have a warrant. And something that we talked about when this series first started, well, not this series, but this season, was, if they were going to, use like stuff that happened in our world as a part of the show. And we saw that early on with when Black Lightning, where in the first episode where Jefferson, like, he electrocuted the cops because they were harassing the black teen. And then I believe it was in episode 2 or 3 where you had saw the George Floyd poster in the school when Jen and TC was talking. And so, this is the episode, because I mentioned before, like, if they were going to do anything or even mention the whole situation that happened with Brianna Taylor. And it's like, as soon as they said that it was going to be the no-knock warrant thing, it's like, that's the first thing that I thought about, man. And I'm telling you, bro, like, when I was at the gym, it's like I started crying, because it's like, this still hits close to home, because of the whole situation that happened. The cops, they still haven't been arrested for, what they did and whatnot. And pretty much they kind of reenacted the whole entire thing that happened with Brianna Taylor. The cops, they end up showing up. They go into the house. The guy, like, she's just like, oh, I think it's my ex-boyfriend. And then the guy, he grabs his gun, he shoots at one of the cops. And then it's like, it's a shootout that happens in the house. And the girl, she ends up dying. And it's like, we see, like, she has her funeral and whatnot. And then we have the protests going on and all of the riots and stuff that happened in our world in real life. Now, D, when you saw this stuff, like, do you think that like that was footage that they filmed for the show, or do you think that that was video footage that they got?
Looked like video footage.
Okay, yeah,
that definitely looked like video footage, and it was very eye-opening. And then what could have been, basically, as you continue. Go ahead.
I'll let you take it away.
Essentially, they just kind of they show you everything that could have happened, and then basically Black Lightning, it rewinds, and then Black Lightning comes in and prevents the whole incident, which is pretty sweet.
It was.
I really liked it. It was eye-opening.
It was, man.
And it's just I hope that a lot of people out there, whoever watched the show, would think before they act. That's what I take away from it. Things can be prevented through diplomacy.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I know I've been saying that all night, but It was one of those things, because it does make you think, man. It's just like, if we did have our own Black Lightning, or if we had our own heroes, and if they could have, stepped in when the cops got scared and, just opened fire, or even with the whole situation that happened with George Floyd, like if somebody was just there to stop that cop from doing what he did. I know that this is just a TV show, but I love how they took these situations and it's like they put their own spin on it, just showing it's just like, like this is what you should do. And also too, it's like, I do hope that when people see situations like this, it's just like, I don't know, man. And it's like,
eye-opening. It should be eye-opening.
It's like, bro, I'm just going, because it's like we're being real. Like this episode was real.
Yeah.
It's just like when that whole situation was going on with George Floyd, because it's like, bro, I refused to watch that video. And when I finally saw the video, the thing that went on in my head was just like, well, man, it's just like, why didn't anybody just tackle the cop that was on top of him? And it's just
scared,
like,
man.
And bro, and of course, like they have every right. They have every right to, but it's just like, man, it was just something inside of me that was just like, if I was there, like, I don't care.
This is Banks. This is the thing. You have to look at them. Police are authority figures.
Yeah. And
then you have incidences where, and these people were the example with the George Floyd situation, prime example of abusing power. Now, what do you think if they would have somebody would have tackled them? I know that all of them were charged, but they probably would have shot whoever tackled them.
Yeah, man.
But it's scary. It is scary, man.
But
it's very powerless feeling to have.
But to hear somebody sit there and say that I can't breathe, and it's like,
exactly.
It's like, like that video, it infuriated me. And
it should.
And it pissed off. It pissed off so many people, and like that's the reason why we were protesting. Last year in the summertime, because we were angry.
Yeah,
we were tired of seeing this. And
real quick, it's okay to protest and be against what happened to him. And in the same token, I think it's a double shame on the guy who did it. The officers that sat there and watched, they were just as guilty.
Yeah,
and it's bad because you legit have some people, they take their job serious.
Yeah.
As police officers, and you're giving them, the whole nation, a bad rap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, even people who travel the world, you could be thinking the same thing when you're over in Paris or France, wherever, and it's sad.
Yeah.
And it's not helping anything. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah, but I love how, like, they tackled this topic on the episode and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with it. And then also too, when Black Lightning, he ends up getting confronted by the cops outside who have the DEGs, and they're shooting it at him, and it's like his shield is working at first, but it's just like the more that he gets shot,
the bullets start eating away at it.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, Jennifer Lightning, she shows up. She's in an improvised suit that Gambi provides to her. Gambi had already knew that she was going to come to him because, she's Jennifer. And he's just like, you're too tall for for your old outfit. I'm working on something new for you, but just wear this. And pretty much it's kind of similar to the outfit. I just started watching Watchmen, the HBO series, but
nice.
The outfit that Regina King was kind of wearing on Watchmen, it was similar.
Very similar.
Reminiscent of that. And Jennifer and Jefferson, they worked together. They were able to take the cops out without harming them. And they were able to get away. Very powerful episode. I'll say that this episode was my favorite out of all of the Black Lightning season 4 episodes so far.
Yeah.
I'm already going to go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10 just because of everything that happened in the episode and the message that they were trying to just put out there for everybody to see. Ishmael, we talked
about addition.
We talked about this before we started recording, but Ishmael, he's trying to get into the League of Assassins, and he has to kill 100 metahumans before he can get 94. He's at 94, and Destiny's just like, well, hey, look, if you stay in Freeland and you kill some more metahumans, I'll pay you to kill them. And she ends up showing him 4 photos, and it's of Grace, Black Lightning, and Thunder. And Ishmael's just like, all right, I'm game. I'll stay here and I'll do it, because Ishmael, he seems like he has some metahuman powers or something inside of him as well, because when he was fighting Lala earlier,
he tanked that shot with the pole or with the pipe. I was like, dang.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen there. Anissa and Grace, they're going to end up going on like their honeymoon finally, and that's when Anissa's like, I'm going to let the rest of the family know that we're married now, and that's pretty much it for the episode. D, I said what I said for the episode. What about you? How did you feel?
I definitely give this one, on an episode basis, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. I really like the direction that they're trending in. Nobody came, there was no nobody coming back from the dead on this episode, so I like it.
Yeah, 100% agree, man. And with that being said, let us know how you felt about the episode. Hop in the comments. Let's talk about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did it make you mad? Did it make you think about everything that happened last year? Because it made me mad when it got towards the end of the episode. And let's talk about it. Hop in the comments. Thank you, everybody that watches our video reviews for Black Lightning. Episode 7 isn't coming out until April. And that episode, with the name that I saw, it is called Painkiller. So Painkiller is coming back. I don't know if that's going to be the actual episode name, but on Wikipedia, like, that's what they have it as. They have it as Painkiller, and it is coming out on April. It doesn't say. I just know it's coming out in April. I'm mad because I looked at it earlier. I don't know where it is. I guess they took it off. Yeah, they took it off. Okay, wow. But yeah, it's coming out sometime in April. So we're going to be taking a break from our Black Lightning reviews. Make sure you check out our Superman and Lois reviews. Check out all of our other reviews and whatnot. D, let them know where they can find you at social media land.
That's going to be rebellious _D23 at Instagram.com. Thanks.
You can find me, your hero Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook by typing in Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you for watching our video reviews. We'll see you next time. We have a video review coming out for Superman and Lois this week. Promise Neverland. We're doing our Justice League Snyder Cut review. And we also have Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out. So make sure you check out those video reviews when they come out. And check out our interview with Mark Allen Jr. It's out on the podcast right now, and the video interview will be up this Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.